Hey guys, check it out. Danny, your host of Expediting Land. Welcome, beautiful people. Just got done doing a Dust on a Bottle cover song. Hope you all guys like it. Just real quick, I'm getting a little bit of questions what other companies are doing to keep running. Automotive's picking up, yes. Just to let you know that there are companies that are able to get you DOD loads. Department of Defense loads, okay? For these loads, obviously, you're going to need a security clearance that you get an application from your carrier. You fill it out. They background check you very thoroughly, okay? It's more thorough than getting a gun permit, okay, in your state. Once that is processed, your fingerprinting is processed, you get the security clearance so you can do DOD loads. Now, on DOD loads, real quick, don't get nervous, don't get weary or worried. There will be secret escort services on some DOD loads. These DOD loads are very high paying, and what's going on in the country, do not give your information out to anybody. Be very thorough in your surroundings, and make sure by any means that you see something strange that doesn't seem right. 2 or 3 cars getting near you, following you an ample amount of miles, getting off at the rest area, and getting back on the interstate as you approach the other side of the rest area ramps. Make sure that you have, if you are equipped, the camcorder, dash camcorder. It's nice to have. We're doing a lot of DOD loads right now and some automotive to keep going. Okay, a DOD loads, again, your security clearance, high security clearance is required. Yes, when you go to these bases, Army bases and what have you, you will get searched all the way underneath. Those of you that have never done a DOD load and you get to the military base, if you have a dog, they will ask you if they can leave the dog there. Some of them are cool, and they'll watch the dog if it's on leash and it's tamed. Very rarely does that happen, but most of the time they don't allow pets. Okay, you will need your ID. You will need your VA card. If you're a veteran, that helps out with the search go much faster because you're already in the system, whether you're acting, prior service or what have you, you're in your reserves. So you want to make sure that you have that on hand. They go by your military ID or social security number. But DOD loads is one way the carriers can keep you rolling if you have that option. Okay? Now, for many of us that are still riding the pine, riding the slow times and what have you, it's that way pretty much everywhere. Like I mentioned, automotive is picking up and we're doing more and more of it. However, you've got to understand that DOD loads are an option. There are some airports that are still, I'm not sure, fully functional, like in Chicago. There's a lot of issues going on there. In the larger cities, what's going on. Again, DOD loads, you must have a high security clearance. Go through that process in your state. Most carriers have the application. They can do that for you. Or you can go to your DMV or contact the state capital in your state of residency and get that application requested, and possibly, pretty sure there's an online application somewhere around there. So, background check thoroughly, fingerprinting processed. If you have any military service, you need to put that on there. You will not get a high security clearance if you've been dishonorably discharged for any reason. Won't happen. Okay, felony. Depend on the charge, you will not get a high security clearance cleared. This is my point. You've got to get through that process and be approved with your carrier and your state to get DOD loads. Okay? Now, there's some companies that will be able to do all the processing through them, period. You need to check with your carrier. Make sure that is an option that they can process it through their company and through the state that you live in. These things are being thoroughly checked out now to what's going on. COVID's got things screwed up, but slowly but surely we're getting there. You've got to be patient, ride it out if you want to stick with expediting, but everybody's family situation and financial situation is different. I understand that. This video is to briefly tell you what you need to have and what you're going to go through transporting DoD loads. Alright? You will have, in some cases, secret escort services. They're not going to tell you. When you're loaded, you leave the dock, you leave the base, they're not going to tell you. Okay? And yes, it's a little weary, it might be a little scary to some, but you've got to distinguish the difference between someone following you that's odd, a standard civilian vehicle. The escort may have, some of them will be solid in color, solid black, solid white, tinted windows, a government license plate on the back. That'll give you a clue that is an escort for the DoD loads. DoD loads range from different types of military parts for the Air Force, U.S. Army, mainly U.S. Army and the Air Force, okay? Possibly Marines, there could be some equipment that they need, but it's mainly Army and Air Force at this time for us, okay? Airplane parts, miscellaneous artillery equipment parts for the Army. So that is my advice to you. Expedite tips: get your high security clearance if you want to have this option. If not, move forward, do what you got to do what you have been doing that works for you. Have a good day, everybody. It's Danny of Expediting Land signing off. See ya!